Today we've got something a little bit new for you, and following on from last week's video where we discussed using wildlife friendly leather to manufacture our boots, today we're going to talk on a little side project we've been trying to get off the ground, and that is using snares that we found in the wilderness to create either jewelry, decorations or key rings. Now some of you may be familiar with our snare bracelet that we've had on our website for the last year, and we've decided to follow on with this with a few other options to offer you. Now how this all came about is all because of one of our best-selling boots, the African Ranger. So for those of you not familiar with the brand, for every 10 pairs of our African Ranger that we sell, we donate a pair to a ranger in need. And we have just allocated a further 800 pairs, so come the start of next year, we'll be hoping to hit 3,000 pairs donated. Bit like Willy Wonka's golden ticket, there are going to be up to 80% coupon codes available, but we'll tell you more about that later on in this video. During our research putting this project together, we actually found out that not many people know what a snare is. Now a snare is a trap used by poachers. What they do is they take some wire or some rope and they go into our wild and wilderness areas and place these traps out there to catch animals or birds. Now because poachers are doing this illegally, they can't be seen, so they place these traps and they quickly get out of the reserve only to return a couple of days later. Now because they're operating undercover, many of these traps or snares are forgotten about. And what happens is that these animals get caught to them and unfortunately die a very slow and painful death. So here at Jim Green, we thought with our Boots for Rangers program, let's start a little side project, and the rangers that wear our boots actually end up collecting these snares and removing them. We have now asked the rangers to please hand them over to us for us to then turn them into symbols of hope or something that can just remind you of what is really going on out there. Now this is a great idea and fun project to put together, but it really hits home when the bunch of snares arrives here at the factory. They arrive in these big packets in all shapes and sizes, and as you can see by the snare on the table, there are all kinds of materials being used by these poachers to put these snares together. To add to our snare bracelet that is currently on our website, we have added two new items, one being Christmas decorations and the other one boot key rings. The reason we have gone for these two items is we want to create conversation around conservation. Now Christmas decor is something that can go on your Christmas tree and will make for a great talking point around that Christmas lunch or dinner. On the keyring side, these are always something that you'll put on the table whether you're in a meeting or visiting some friends, and again another great talking point for around conservation. So back to Willy Wonka and this golden ticket, and as a small thank you to all those that support this project, we have gone and put 40 coupon codes into each Christmas decoration box. Now we've only made 300 boxes, and the coupon codes can vary from 15% off all the way to 80% off that you can use on our website for any item that you like. Now let's go through the Christmas decorations and see what you're going to get in your box. Now we didn't want to make these individual pieces of decoration, but rather a collection of them that you can go and either keep for yourself on the tree or give them to family members once they leave your house. So my personal favorite is the Father Christmas. We then have a star, we then have the stocking, we've then got Rudolph the reindeer, and then obviously we've got the angel. Now one of the things we wanted to tie in with this project is some African beadwork. Now when you get your snares, do keep in mind that working with these snares is extremely difficult. So as these wires come in all shapes and sizes, it has been quite tricky for our wire makers to work around it. But for me, that all adds to the whole story and what we're trying to achieve from this project. Onto the next item, and that is boot key rings. And we've decided to go with the legend of our range, the Razorback, and the newcomer, the African Ranger. Now this was quite a difficult one to put together, and we almost had to can this idea because we needed the key rings to be as small as possible. You definitely cannot have an African Ranger size Father Christmas in your pocket. And what happened, our wire maker, who we're going to meet later on in this video, we gave him all these bunches of snares, and majority of them were this really thick barbed wire that unfortunately he couldn't work with. Then what happened is we had a batch of snares come in. This is a piece of it, which was a much thinner barbed wire. And as you can see, if you split this barbed wire, there are quite a few thinner pieces of wire in it. And from those snares, we were able to put together a bunch of boot keyrings. So that is it from my side. I hope you guys do support this project, and it does create that talking point around your Christmas lunch, or just a handy keyring to have on your set of keys. But now let's head down to our wire maker and see what he has to say about putting this project together for us.
Okay, my name is Fry, and I'm in this beaded work industry business for 21 years. I went to school then for me to survive. Then I put my mind on together, trying to make a living through the beads. For the time I went to school, I was also be perfect to make sure that I grew up, make mind together to make myself good living. Yeah, it's always very hard. Since I do that job for a long time, I started to make those beaded things. So I'm used to make it. I used to do so. It will be becoming easier for me. I think it was good for me to do that job. To use the thicker wire, it was very hard and difficult. So, but since I knew how to do it, I find my own way to make it properly. That's how I did it. Oh, it's not good for me to use that thing for making those boots I did. But I just do it for helping you guys. That you can, everything which is in this world can be properly used and can work. I did it for you guys to help you. Yeah, it was a little bit better, so that my business comes a little better than before. But now, I think hopefully I'm gonna make more for myself to keep on going with my business. Yes, for those people who bought for me the decoration and some other keyrings, I'm happy for them because it's a support. They help me a lot. I'm getting a better living this way. Thank you for you guys supporting me.
Thank you. it's done. Hope you guys enjoyed meeting Ferrari and the work that he does. As you can see, we're not only trying to make really, really good boots, but we're also trying to empower those in and around where we do our work. So please can you guys let us know in the comment section below what you think of this project, or maybe there's some other wire items that we can potentially make for you. And please hit that like button and obviously subscribe. And we hope you have a very Merry Christmas.